Few rivalries in NBA history encapsulate the evolution of the power forward position quite like Dirk Nowitzki versus Kevin Garnett. These two titans of basketball, with their unique skill sets and distinct personalities, defined an era of basketball that saw the role of big men shift dramatically. As two of the most versatile and dominant power forwards to ever play the game, their battles on the court represented more than just competition. They symbolized the contrast between European finesse and American intensity, between silky jump shots and relentless defensive aggression. Nowitzki, the sweet-shooting German forward, revolutionized the power forward role with his ability to stretch the floor and score from anywhere. On the other hand, Garnett, the fiery and passionate competitor, dominated games with his defensive prowess, rebounding, and intense leadership. Though they played the same position, their approach to the game could not have been more different. Their matchups were must-watch basketball, each bringing out the best in the other while showcasing their unique strengths. Over their illustrious careers, they not only defined excellence at their position but also helped shape the future of the game itself. Dirk Nowitzki entered the NBA in 1998 as a raw but talented European prospect, drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks and then traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Many questioned whether a European big man could succeed in a league that was still dominated by traditional low-post power forwards. However, Nowitzki quickly proved doubters wrong. Standing at 7 feet tall but possessing a guard-like shooting touch, he redefined what it meant to be a power forward. His unique skill set combined the size of a center with the shooting prowess of a guard, making him one of the most difficult players to defend in NBA history. His early years in the NBA were a learning curve, but his work ethic and determination set him apart. He worked tirelessly to improve his strength, footwork, and ability to handle physical defenders. As he developed, his impact on the Mavericks grew exponentially, transforming them into perennial contenders. Unlike traditional power forwards who relied on post moves and physicality, Nowitzki revolutionized the game with his ability to space the floor and shoot efficiently from beyond the arc. His one-legged fadeaway jump shot, perfected through years of practice, became one of the most unstoppable moves in NBA history, allowing him to shoot over defenders with ease. His ability to stretch the floor as a 7-footer opened up new offensive strategies, making him a nightmare for opposing defenses. Over the course of his career, Nowitzki would go on to amass over 31,000 points, win an MVP award in 2007, and most notably, lead the Mavericks to their first NBA championship in 2011, defeating LeBron James and the Miami Heat in an unforgettable finals performance. His leadership and clutch performances during the 2011 playoffs solidified his legacy, earning him Finals MVP honors and proving that he could lead a team to the pinnacle of success. Dirk's influence on the game is undeniable. He paved the way for modern stretch bigs like Kevin Durant, Kristaps Porzingis, and Nikola Jokic. His success as a European superstar also played a major role in the globalization of the NBA, proving that international players could dominate at the highest level. While he was never the most vocal leader, his loyalty, professionalism, and work ethic made him one of the most respected players of all time. His mentorship of younger players and his willingness to share knowledge helped shape the careers of many rising stars. Beyond his offensive prowess, Nowitzki was a pioneer in changing team-building strategies, forcing teams to seek big men who could shoot and create space rather than simply dominate in the post. This shift opened the door for power forwards and centers to become playmakers, altering offensive schemes across the NBA. His ability to stretch defenses revolutionized the game, shifting offensive strategies away from traditional post-ups and toward a more perimeter-oriented style of play. His success forced opposing teams to rethink their defensive schemes, as few big men could effectively contest his high-arcing jump shots without compromising their ability to protect the paint. Nowitzki's long tenure with the Mavericks also highlighted the value of loyalty in an era where player movement became increasingly common. He spent 21 seasons with the franchise, becoming its undisputed leader and the face of basketball in Dallas. His commitment to the team earned him the admiration of fans and players alike, proving that sustained success and loyalty could coexist in the modern NBA. His relationship with Mavericks owner Mark Cuban and head coach Rick Carlisle exemplified a rare partnership built on mutual respect and long-term commitment. Moreover, Nowitzki's impact went beyond scoring. He developed into a reliable rebounder and improved his defensive capabilities over the years, adapting to the physical demands of the league. His leadership grew as he mentored younger players and set an example of perseverance and dedication. Even after retiring, his influence can still be felt in the next generation of big men who aspire to blend size, shooting, and versatility into their games. Players now entering the league, such as Luka Doncic, frequently cite Nowitzki as a major influence on their development. Beyond basketball, Nowitzki's humility and connection with the Dallas community made him a beloved figure off the court. He consistently engaged in philanthropic efforts, supporting local charities and international relief initiatives. His impact extended beyond wins and statistics. He was a symbol of dedication, resilience, and excellence. His retirement in 2019 marked the end of an era, but his legacy continues to shape the modern NBA, influencing future generations of power forwards to embrace skill, versatility, and longevity. His signature one-legged fadeaway became one of the most unstoppable moves in NBA history, allowing him to shoot over defenders with ease. His ability to stretch the floor as a 7-footer opened up new offensive strategies, making him a nightmare for opposing defenses. Over the course of his career, Nowitzki would go on to amass over 31,000 points, win an MVP award in 2007, and most notably, lead the Mavericks to their first NBA championship in 2011, defeating LeBron James and the Miami Heat in an unforgettable finals performance. Dirk's influence on the game is undeniable. He paved the way for modern stretch bigs like Kevin Durant, Kristaps Porzingis, and Nikola Jokic. His success as a European superstar also played a major role in the globalization of the NBA, proving that international players could dominate at the highest level. While he was never the most vocal leader, his loyalty, professionalism, and work ethic made him one of the most respected players of all time. Beyond his offensive prowess, Nowitzki was a pioneer in changing team-building strategies, forcing teams to seek big men who could shoot and create space rather than simply dominate in the post. This shift opened the door for power forwards and centers to become playmakers, altering offensive schemes across the NBA. His ability to stretch defenses revolutionized the game, shifting offensive strategies away from traditional post-ups and toward a more perimeter-oriented style of play. Nowitzki's long tenure with the Mavericks also highlighted the value of loyalty in an era where player movement became increasingly common. He spent 21 seasons with the franchise, becoming its undisputed leader and the face of basketball in Dallas. His commitment to the team earned him the admiration of fans and players alike, proving that sustained success and loyalty could coexist in the modern NBA. Moreover, Nowitzki's impact went beyond scoring. He developed into a reliable rebounder and improved his defensive capabilities over the years, adapting to the physical demands of the league. His leadership grew as he mentored younger players and set an example of perseverance and dedication. Even after retiring, his influence can still be felt in the next generation of big men who aspire to blend size, shooting, and versatility into their games. Kevin Garnett entered the NBA straight out of high school in 1995, becoming the first player in 2 decades to make the jump directly from prep basketball to the pros. His impact was immediate. His length, athleticism, and relentless energy made him one of the most dynamic power forwards the league had ever seen. Garnett was the definition of intensity, known for his trash talk, defensive tenacity, and all-around versatility. His fiery leadership and competitive drive made him not only one of the greatest power forwards but also one of the most respected voices in NBA history. Garnett was the heart and soul of the Minnesota Timberwolves for over a decade, transforming the franchise into a contender despite limited roster support. His ability to guard multiple positions, dominate the boards, and serve as a playmaker on offense made him the ultimate two-way player. Night in and night out, Garnett played with unmatched passion, barking out defensive assignments, challenging teammates to be better, and igniting his squad with boundless energy. His crowning moment came in 2008 when he joined the Boston Celtics and helped lead them to an NBA championship alongside Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. His famous post-final speech, "Anything is possible," encapsulated his fiery personality and determination, marking a career-long pursuit of greatness finally realized. Beyond the accolades, Garnett was revered for his defensive dominance. He won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2008 and was a 12-time All-Defensive Team selection. His leadership, passion, and intensity made him one of the most feared and respected players in NBA history. While Nowitzki was known for his offensive genius, Garnett was the defensive anchor every team dreamed of having. He prided himself on his ability to shut down opponents, whether it was protecting the rim, contesting shots, or switching onto guards with his rare combination of size and agility. His defensive acumen allowed his teams to thrive, and he set a standard for commitment on that end of the floor. Garnett's approach to the game was about more than stats, it was about culture. His relentless competitiveness and demand for accountability influenced entire locker rooms, setting the standard for defensive intensity and team cohesion. He inspired countless players to take pride in defense and effort, making him a defining figure in the modern NBA. His ability to will his team to victory with raw emotion and grit was unparalleled, and his impact extended far beyond the box score. He was known for his signature pre-game rituals, from head-butting the basket stanchion to screaming his way into a focused mindset, further cementing his reputation as a player who brought energy to every moment on the court. Furthermore, Garnett's versatility set him apart. He wasn't just a dominant defender, he was also an excellent mid-range shooter, a skilled passer, and a high IQ player who could adapt to any system. His ability to play both power forward and center allowed him to fit seamlessly into different team structures, making him a valuable asset throughout his career. His offensive game evolved over time, as he became a more refined shooter and playmaker, understanding how to control the tempo of a game with his decision-making. His vision and ability to hit cutters made him an underrated facilitator, further separating him from traditional power forwards of his era. His legacy extends beyond the court. Garnett became an inspiration for a new generation of players, particularly big men looking to combine defense with playmaking and scoring versatility. He paved the way for modern two-way forwards such as Giannis Antetokounmpo and Anthony Davis, demonstrating that a big man could dominate both ends of the floor without sacrificing agility and speed. Off the court, his presence in media and mentorship roles has continued to shape the game, ensuring that his influence remains strong in today's NBA. Throughout their careers, Nowitzki and Garnett faced off in numerous battles that showcased their contrasting styles. Garnett's defensive prowess and physicality often gave Dirk trouble, while Nowitzki's ability to stretch the floor forced Garnett to defend in ways that few big men of his era had to. Their head-to-head matchups often featured intense moments, trash talk, and breathtaking performances, with each game offering a unique battle between offense and defense. One of the most notable encounters came in the early 2000s when Garnett, in his prime with the Minnesota Timberwolves, went toe-to-toe with Nowitzki's emerging Dallas Mavericks. Garnett's ability to dominate defensively and provide leadership on both ends of the court made every matchup a grueling contest. Meanwhile, Nowitzki's shooting range forced Garnett to step out of his comfort zone, testing his ability to guard outside the paint. These clashes were a masterclass in adapting to different playstyles, as both players pushed each other to new heights. Statistically, their careers were nearly parallel in many respects. Both players surpassed 25,000 career points, won MVP awards, and secured an NBA championship. Garnett was the more dominant defensive player, known for his elite shot blocking, rebounding, and relentless intensity. His defensive IQ and ability to disrupt offenses were unparalleled. Nowitzki, on the other hand, was the superior scorer, using his signature one-legged fadeaway to torch defenders. While Garnett's energy and versatility made him a fan favorite, Nowitzki's offensive brilliance and loyalty to Dallas solidified his place as one of the all-time greats. Beyond their on-court battles, their rivalry was built on mutual respect. Though their styles clashed, both players recognized the greatness in each other. Nowitzki often spoke about the challenge of facing Garnett's defensive tenacity, while Garnett acknowledged the difficulty in trying to stop Dirk's unguardable shot. This respect was evident in their later years, as they transitioned into veteran leaders mentoring the next generation of players. Their legacies extend far beyond their individual accomplishments. Garnett inspired a generation of defensive-minded, all-around big men like Anthony Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who have embraced his two-way dominance and ability to impact the game without needing to be the primary scorer. His intensity and leadership set the blueprint for what it meant to be an elite defensive anchor in the NBA. Meanwhile, Nowitzki paved the way for the modern stretch big, proving that seven-footers could thrive beyond the three-point line. His influence is visible in today's NBA, where floor-spacing big men like Kevin Durant, Kristaps Porzingis, and Nikola Jokic have revolutionized how frontcourt players contribute offensively. Both players changed the game in their own way, ensuring that their impact would be felt long after their retirements. The evolution of the power forward position owes much to both Garnett and Nowitzki, as they expanded the responsibilities and expectations for big men. While their playing days may be over, their influence lives on in every versatile forward who strives to master both ends of the court. Their battles, while fierce, left behind a legacy that cemented their status as two of the greatest power forwards to ever grace the hardwood. Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Garnett will forever be linked as two of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game. Their rivalry was a showcase of two vastly different but equally effective styles of play. While Nowitzki redefined what a big man could do offensively, Garnett set the gold standard for defensive excellence and intensity. Their matchups were more than just basketball games. They were lessons in greatness, passion, and innovation. Whether you admired Nowitzki's smooth shooting or Garnett's ferocious defense, one thing is certain: both players left an indelible mark on the game, forever altering the landscape of the NBA.